Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Trust you're all doing great. Alright, today I'll be sharing with you how to cut and attach a pocket trouser. So first thing to do after cutting your trouser, you're going to take out the front piece. You place the two front piece right side facing each other. By the waist side, you come in by 2.5 inches and go down by 7 inches. That is almost at the hip or at the hip point, depends on your client's height. It depends on your client's hip point. So once you mark out those 2 points, 2.5 by 7 inches, you connect it straight. After doing that, the next thing to do is to cut it out. After cutting it out, the next thing to do is to cut out a pocket piece. The length is going to be 12 inches and the width is going to be 7 inches on fold. After doing that, you're going to place the two pocket pieces right side facing each other. So after doing that, you have two options. You either mark exactly what you already marked on the trouser, you mark it also on the pocket piece, or you bring the pocket piece and place it underneath the trouser and trace what you already have on the trouser out. It depends on what works for you. So I'm going to trace it. I'm going to put the pocket piece and place the trouser on it, then trace it out. So this is to avoid any form of mistake. So when you trace it out, it's going to be accurate. So after doing that, I'm going to separate the two pocket piece and also separate the trouser. So what I'm going to do is take out one of the pocket piece and match it right side facing each other with the trouser. That is one trouser part to one pocket piece facing each other. I hope that makes sense. All right, I'm going to go ahead and run a stitch. So I've done that. You see, it's not up to half an inch. So I'm going to go ahead and notch it. Then you trim it out. Then you open it up. So you're going to iron it, but here I'll have to do that after sewing. So then you top stitch. So after doing that, you bring it this way. So this is the reason we had to cut it or fold using 7 inches. When it's open, it's 14 inches. when it's folded is 7 inches. So what you're going to do is, when you fold it, you make sure the amount you removed, you cut out, that's on the trouser piece while you were cutting, that's the amount you cut out here. You measure it and make sure it's there, so that when joining or when holding the two sides of the trouser, you won't have shortage or excess. You have the exact amount you need. So remember, I said I took out 2.5 inches, so I'm going to mark 2.5 inches here and place this here and pin it down and run a stitch here. So I'm going to explain that again. So let me open it up. So remember, we've attached the pocket piece to the trouser. So after attaching it, if you remember, we'll cut this pocket piece on fold. So we're going to go ahead to fold it. So before folding it, make sure the amount you took out while cutting the pocket piece, make sure you measure it out, mark it here. I took 2.5 inches. I'm going to mark it here, then place this here. So the reason why we took out 2.5 is to make sure we'll have the exact amount we need, because if you don't replace it, it's going to affect the trouser. That's by the hip sides, like this side is going to affect this side. We won't have enough, this side we won't have enough to join the front and the back together. That 2.5 inches, then go ahead and pin this, pin the top, the upper one here. Then you run a stitch on this place to hold it down. So you pin this down, then turn it and stitch from here to this place. This is to cover the pocket itself. So but before you do that, you're going to cover this area. You can decide to sew it before covering it out, or cover it out before stitching, so whichever one. So when you come to this place, you just run a little stitch here. I'm going to go ahead to do this on this other side. So this pocket is ready. See, zip. So now the length determines how deep you want it to be. If you notice, it's very deep. So I'm going to go ahead to do that on this other side. Voila, it's ready.